Welcome to Totally Naked Movie Reviews, where we review today's top movies, stripping them down to their bare essentials and exposing any faults they might have. Today we look at the Emoji Movie. Now, before I even do the review, I gotta get this out there. As a film critic, I make it a point not to read the reviews of other film critics on a movie, or to go on any sites like Rotten Tomato and Metacritic where they score movies based on what the critics are saying, until I myself have seen that movie and done my own review. I simply don't want to be persuaded by other people's opinions. I don't want to know what the majority opinion is of a movie. I just want to, see the movie myself so I can come up with my own opinions and thoughts on that movie and get them out there. To me, it's a matter of integrity. And to be perfectly honest, I am so glad I do it that way because of the Emoji Movie. And like I said, I don't read other people's reviews or go on these sites, but I don't live in a complete bubble. I do get on, online to look up other stuff news-wise, and you might see a little bubble that pops up saying the Emoji Movie, the worst thing in human history. So I knew going in, everyone else was giving this movie shit. They were basically saying, the Emoji Movie, it's a giant pile of shit. But having seen the movie myself, I think they're full of shit. I think they were just itching to describe the Emoji Movie as the shit emoji. It's like, this movie, it's a good thing they have a shit emoji because that's exactly what it is. And, typical mob mentality, going with the status quo. Also, I gotta say, I'd say probably some millennial shaming. They don't like millennials. And what could be more millennial than the Emoji Movie? Yeah, like I said, though, I think they're full of shit. So let's just get into the review of the movie. Right. Plot synopsis. Basically, just imagine a world where the emojis are sentient beings. They have their own little society. And in that society, the cube is basically why they exist. When the user uses an emoji on his phone, whether it be Facebook or Twitter, this big machine goes to their little box, and then they have to exude whatever their emoji stands for. Like, the devil has to be a devil. The shit emoji, basically, he's just shit, so there's a lot of shit jokes with him. And all the face emojis, like the smile emoji. She's always smiling. Or the sad emoji, crying. And, of course, our main character is one of the meh emojis, who's basically just emotionless. Or that's what he's supposed to be, but he has emotions like, he can get sad. He can experience joy and smile about it, but that's not what they want from him. And when the user uses the meh emoji, and he's just twitching out, trying to figure out, become the meh, it doesn't work, and then the user wants to erase the whole phone. So he's got to go out and get himself fixed because not only is, like I said, the user going to erase the emoji app, but also Smile emoji, who runs the whole show. She's like, well, we got to erase him, so they got these robots who are going out to erase him. So he's got to get the hell out of Dodge. And he hooks up with the high five emoji, who's kind of down because he hasn't been used in a while. And then they're going to go hook up with this hacker emoji so they can go to the cloud and get him fixed because he's a malfunction. And then, of course, they go on this whole journey, and that's basically the movie. And I thought it was okay, story-wise. As far as acting, well, this is, voice acting. I thought, everyone did okay, but there were a few standouts. I thought the mother meh emoji, played by Jennifer Coolidge, every time she was on, I just found her so amusing. It's like she's supposed to be saying all these things like, I'm angry, so angry, but she just keeps doing that monotonic tone. I think she outshined Stephen Wright, who played the father meh emoji. And Stephen Wright has always had this sort of monotonic tone that you think he would be tailor-made to play the meh emoji, but he gets outshined by Jennifer Coolidge. And because you have these emojis, you got all these little sight gags and whatnot. You got like one point, someone asked the light bulb what's going on. He just kind of turns off, no idea. The shit emoji, a lot of shit jokes, or I actually poo emoji. It's actually called the film, but anyway, I'm gonna call him the shit emoji. One point, everything's in chaos, and if you look out of the corner of your eye, he's hitting the fan. Shit hits the fan. A lot of jokes like that, and some land, and some are, yeah, and then some are. I thought they were funny. There's like one scene where the main character bumps into some emoticons, and they're all supposed to be old, right? Right, one of them was like, "My colon." That had me laughing. I thought that was funny. One thing you have to keep in mind about the Emoji movie, it's a kids movie. At least it comes off as a kids movie. I don't know if they've been marketing it as a kids movie, but it's a kids movie. And as a kids movie, like I said, a lot of little, like quick little gags and whatnot. I think the kids would laugh at it. So I think it's a decent enough kids movie. Don't really know too much else to say. Like I said, I thought it was funny here and there. Not everything is funny, but decent enough. Now there is one big problem I think a lot of people are probably having with the film, that even I will have to admit that's a problem, is this movie is a lot like Wreck-It Ralph. So not only is it this sort of video type character, well, Wreck-It Ralph is a video, this one's an emoji, but they both live in these sort of electronic hidden worlds. And like I said, the two main characters are supposed to act one way the whole time. With Wreck-It Ralph, he's always supposed to be a bad guy. With the meh emoji, he's always supposed to be meh. But neither of them wants to conform to what society wants them to be. And then they, like I said, they go on this existential journey. Another comparison I would make was that because of their actions, their world is in threat of being deleted. And like I said, they sort of, like with Wreck-It Ralph, how he bounced around in between the different arcade games in the different worlds. It's the same way with the Emoji movie with Men, High Five, and Hacker Emoji. How they're bouncing around between the different apps like Let's Just Dance and Candy Crush. Also Candy Crush, that's one of the worlds. One of the worlds that Wreck-It Ralph spent a whole lot of time in was this candy racing game world. Also, you have a hidden princess, if you will, and that's in both of those movies. So like I said, there are lots of Wreck-It Ralph comparisons. Even I can see a problem with that. But aside from that, the movie, it's a decent enough kids film. With a few funny little sight gags here and there, and I love those. I love kind of looking around, seeing what was going on over here. Like I said, with the shit hitting the fan. And there's another one with the monkey emojis where they're doing, something surprising happens. So one's like, and then another one's like, and then another one's like that. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. And I'm sure if I watched it the second time around, I'd see more things I didn't notice the first time around. That's pretty decent in a movie. Like I said, most people, they just seem to really hate this movie, and I just don't get what it is that they hate about it. Like I said, I'll have to read some of those reviews after I put this one online. I myself did not have a problem with it. And like I said, I think most of these critics are just full of shit. It's more like they decide well before they seen this movie, they all had to tear it to pieces, and that's just wrong. And like I said, other ones, I think they just kind of went, well, we got to go with the status quo, which is kind of ironic when you watch this movie. It's kind of anti-status quo, where the meh emoji is like, no, I want to be who I want. And evil smiley face, he's like, no, we all have a part to play, and you're not going to play. You'll be deleted. Yeah, like I said, all these critics are like, well, we already know we're all supposed to hate it, so we're all just going to hate it. And if you're one of those critics, fuck off. You got no business. And it's, these are probably the same assholes who are complaining that movies aren't original anymore. That, every movie that's coming out this year is a sequel or a prequel or a remake or part of an expanded universe, and they're all comic book movies. Why can't we have something different? Now you get it, and all you gotta do is say, yeah, it's a steaming pile of shit. I mean, like I said, with the Wreck-It Ralph, it's not that original, and we've seen this kind of movie before with not only Wreck-It Ralph, but something like Toy Story and Food Fight. But, you know, it had its own kind of storyline here and there, which I liked. So let's just get into rating. The way I rate movies is how much I spent to see it versus how much I really thought it was worth it. Like I said, I thought it was funny. I thought it was clever here and there. Had a decent enough storyline. It even had a very good message. And it made for a decent kids film. That being said, I do have to dock it about $3 because all the Wreck-It Ralph shit. But I'm going to add an extra dollar to say fuck you to all the critics who decided they're going to go with the mob mentality and just hate this movie before they even saw it. They're only saying it's full of shit because they know everyone else is saying it's full of shit. So that's going to bring it to $7. 7 out of $9. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, go and see it and form your own opinion. And that's all I got to say.